Well, obviously it's a huge advantage when you can get 10 days of practice in the middle of summer when the NCAA limits you so much in the summer. And especially, you know, you can pick when you do it. It's an every 4-year deal you can do it. And, we were eligible last year, but with a veteran team we decided that wouldn't be a smart move. We waited till this year with, you know, 5 freshmen out there, and with the 10 days of practice were great for us. We didn't get too technical. We really were just more teaching. We put in, for the 3 games offensively, we had 1 out-of-bounds play, no sideline plays. We had offensively no set plays. We just had our dribble drive and some choice action, some screen-to-screener action, and that was it. And we scored without plays, without anything. We still scored, I think, 85 points a game during the trip. So, you know, it's a team that potentially could be very potent in scoring points and that. So, based on that, it's quite a good thing for you to be able to get those 10 days of practice and give those kids some experience. Well, we tried to decide who could play with who and who can't. And, you know, one of the issues with the team is going to be chemistry, and it always is every year. And with so many new kids, how are they going to intermingle with the veterans? Are the veterans going to trust them? You know, right now we don't have any trust to throw the ball into the post, and I've got to get that changed as the coach, and Corey Petros and Kyle have got to get that changed with their play. And I think the last half of the last game, Corey Petros, we got him the ball and he finished, and you could see the excitement of the older players grow, and they know how important it is to be able to score by the basket, and to see Corey be able to do that. And it wasn't against the you know, the best big guys that we're going to be playing against during the year, and it wasn't against much size, but you have to start somewhere, and he was able to do it. Catch the ball, get fouled, finish, make baskets, get to the free throw line, miss a shot, get it back and power it in, those types of things. We saw that in the second half of the last game, and that was probably the most encouraging thing of this whole 3-game thing, was the way Corey played in the second half, to give us hope. And it's not so much hope, I guess that's the wrong way to put it, but it gives the veterans confidence that they can throw it in there, especially the way we've played the last couple of years with the players we've had in there. So that was the best part of the whole trip. Well, Dante is a type of kid that our fan base is just going to love. He's long, he's athletic, he's 6'6", can really jump. The only issue he has right now physically is, you know, he's only 175, 180 pounds. He's not. He's Raul Marshall like when Raul first got here. He's Keith Benson like when Keith first got here. And you know, he will physically change over the 4 years, but we're not going to wait that long to play him, because this kid's very, very talented. And what he did is he cemented himself as a kid who is going to compete to play not just minutes but major minutes for this team. I would say if we had to go play tonight, that he would probably log 20 to 30 minutes in a game. Now that can all change once practice starts, but based on those 10 days, he really did himself well for his future in his freshman year. Yeah, well, in all 3 games we had leads, and then through substitutions, through not having play calls, you know, to when you need a basket, or you got a 10-point lead in the ball and you want to make sure you get it into the block or something like that. You know, the things that you would do during the year, we didn't do. It was more kind of like a pickup game for our standpoint on offense. And the reason I did that is I just wanted to watch him play. I didn't want to dictate anything. I wanted to watch him play. And like down the stretch of those close games, we didn't call timeouts, you know, like we would in a regular game. One game we had the ball down 3 with 20 seconds to go, and they're all looking at me like, aren't we going to get a timeout? And I'm just smiling at them. No, just play. You know, just let's see what happens. I want to see who's smart, who's dumb, who knows what to do, who panics, who doesn't panic, who you can trust, those types of things. That was what this was about. So to get in all those situations was great. To have a couple overtime games, to be down with a minute to go. Those types of things, to watch your kids compete and watch each one of them how they handle that, was good for me and will help me in determining who's going to play for us. That was great. Lavelle's going to have a very good year for us. I think, I don't have the stats yet because somebody hasn't gotten them to me, but I'm guessing he averaged about 20 points a game in the 3 games. I think he shot okay, not great. But I think Lavelle's a scorer, not a shooter. You know what I'm saying? I think Travis Bader's a shooter, maybe not a scorer, and yet he's going to be before his career's over. But right now, he's more of a shooter than a scorer, and Lavelle's the other way. He's more of a scorer than a shooter. And you need a little bit of everything. And you know, with Reggie, the way Reggie plays, and you add Bader, and you add, you know, Lavelle to it, it's going to make us pretty potent on that perimeter.
Drew.
Well, I think Drew Valentine, before it's all said and done, is going to be the MVP of maybe not this team because of Reggie is so important, but in over a 3 or 4 year period here. I mean, he's 2 for 2 in championships, and you know, Drew Valentine has a goal that he's going to be a 4-time champion, and 4-year champion. He's already a 4-time champion, but all 4 years he's going to win a championship. And he's just the type of kid that can do that because of the intangibles that he brings to the game. Now he's starting to add scoring. You know, he was a bit scorer for us last year, where if they backed off him, he was going to score, but we weren't looking to him. We're going to run some stuff to him this year, and I'll be very shocked if he doesn't average 12, 14, 15 points a game and 7, 8, 9 rebounds. He is really improved in that area, and of course I think he's the best defender in our league. He can guard anybody, and you know, he is the straw that stirs the drink for this basketball team. There's no question about it. Now Reggie Hamilton's all that, and you know, Bader's can do this, and you know, Lavelle's going to bring it, and Cushman. There's a lot of people that are going to bring a lot of things to this team, but for me, Drew Valentine's the straw that stirs that drink. He's the guy that does a little bit of everything and does it all good. Yeah, we're going to, because of this, we're going to back down a little bit from what we normally do. We normally ramp it up pretty fast in September with our individual workouts and all that kind of stuff. But you know, when you get 10 days like that, you don't want to wear them out too. The key is to be good in March. You know, really peaking in February, and then March is your best time. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to be burned out by the time March gets here. So we'll back it down some, and we'll do a lot of individual work, and then we'll get ready, and like the 15th or 16th of October, we'll pick it back up 2-3 weeks before we open.